Hello, 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 it's me. I've been wondering about all the things you lied to me. DeLeon, so cool, man. Good to see you, my friend. It has been so long. Siri to Siri. Good to see you, Siri to Siri. I love that, Siri to Siri. That is awesome. I've been missing my scopes. It's good to see you. You're a Maserati. What are you? Practical Canine. Good to see you. The big payback. Revenge. I know it's been too long, DeLeon, man. I'm sorry for your loss. You're my boy. I just hope you're doing good. Good to see you again, my friend. I gotta get back. I need some get back. How's it going, Maxie? Thanks for being in here. I got Iris in here. Thank you, Lo, for sharing. Do me a favor, guys, and share this scope out. Do this really quick. Stacy, good to see you. Four-leg pets. I love it. I love it. Joining Sunday. Yes, I know that. I'm mad. That ain't right. So, hold on. Let me tell you something real quick. I'm going to tell you a quick story as you get... Marsha Barnes. Good to see you, Marsha Barnes. I'm so excited for you. Congratulations. I won't say anything, but congratulations. I'm excited for you. Dynamic Daphne. Dr. Daphne, good to see you. I'm Dr. Pearl Glasgow. New York, New York. Love it. Any damn thing to me. Good to see you. Wake up better. Good to see you. Okay, let me tell you a quick story. So I'm playing this song. Okay, I'm playing the James Brown song for a second. I'm going to introduce myself in a second. Hold on, before you tell me who is new in my scope. If you're new, put a 1 in the chat box, please. Do me a huge favor. Put a 1 in the chat box. You're joining me Sunday. I saw that, Daphne. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Continue to invite your friends and followers. Porky J, good to see you. Thank you so much in here. So I can thank you so much, Corinne Marquis. Wake up better. Thanks for inviting people. Sean John, good to see you. It's been a while. It's been a while. It has. Good to see you again. I'm glad you're in here. Thank you so much. It's like I took a week off or something like that. Four-leg pets, good to see you. Yep, we're still opening for Sunday. Had a chance. It's still open for Sunday. You have until Sunday at noon. I'd rather you get in now, but after 12 o'clock the thing closes so I can get ready. Okay, so there's a link. I'm gonna explain this all in a second. Awesome doing it tonight. That's awesome. It's awesome. Practical K9. There it is. My email address. That's the link. I'll tell you that in a second. What we're talking about. It's about pricing. All right. Let me tell you something real quick. I'm playing the big payback because somebody tried to file a fraudulent return on my behalf. And I just finished talking to the IRS. I talked to a bunch of other people. It's all taken care of. Nothing happened. But I'm telling you this, that person's going to get it. They're going to get the big payback. So that's why I'm playing that. So let me tell you guys something real quick. For you guys, if you haven't filed your tax return yet, you should probably follow up with the IRS and the state, your state department, whatever you're doing for state. That's what people are doing. People are getting your information. I have LifeLock, so I'm straight. I have Credit Karma, so I'm straight. Nothing that is all cool. My return, they sent me a letter. The Virginia sent me a letter, said, we got a fake return on your behalf. We kicked it out. Don't worry about it. I said, cool. I called the IRS. IRS, we already took care of it. I'm like, cool. So I'm good. You see what I'm saying? But what you want to do is, and I had something happen fraudulently with a bank card. So maybe that's how they got my information. I don't know. But I check my credit regularly. I have Credit Karma, which is free. You can check your credit there. Yeah, stay plugged into. Oh, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, Practical K9. I appreciate that, man. I'm so fortunate. Okay, let's go into this real quickly, so I won't take too much of your time. It's Friday, right? Nonsense. So I don't know karate, but I know crazy. What goes around? Exactly. And that's why I'm playing the big payback, right? I release the energy, and nothing to do with me no more. It's gone now. Like they'll get theirs. They'll be taken care of. They'll be taken care of. Exactly. I do my own taxes. I'm a CPA. Corey, I'm a CPA, so I do my own taxes. I have my own software, so I don't know. I don't understand what happened. So I'll figure that out. So I use Credit Karma, yes, because it's free. And that's really awesome. Okay, guys, let me go into it. Let me tell you who I am. A few people who don't know who I am, my name is ebongeka. I'm a CPA, Certified Public Accountant in the Washington, D.C. area. I'm also the author of the best-selling business book, Start Me Up, The No Business Plan, Business Plan. Woo! And, sorry. All right. And in addition to that, I'm also bought, yes, Cam, I played professional basketball in Europe for a couple of years, about 15, 16 years ago when I was younger. Now I'm old and crickety. Available on iTunes? Unfortunately not. No, it's not. No. Yeah, you can get it on Kindle and the Nook. Kindle and Nook. So you can buy the physical book. You can also get it on Kindle and the Nook. So if you have a Kindle, if you have a Nook from Barnes & Nobles, you can get it there as well. Also, one more thing. I'm also known as the Prince of Pricing. Now, what does that mean? I work with small businesses all across the country to show them how to set their prices, raise their prices, so they can maximize their profits. Makes it easier. That's exactly what I do. Yes, physical book makes it easier. For me personally, everyone's different. So, one thing I want to ask you guys, a simple question. Are you a Maserati or are you a Ford Festiva? I'm sorry, reading your book. Oh, thank you so much, Corey. Ask me a question. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. I'll answer them. That's my email address right there. Screenshot that. Screenshot both of them, as a matter of fact. So the question I'm asking you is, do me a favor and answer my question. Guys who are here, are you a Maserati or are you a Kia? Right? Or are you a Ford Festiva? Do me a favor and just mention it in the chat box. Are you a Maserati or are you a Ford Festiva? If some of you know what a Ford Festiva was a car from Ford, right? It cost like $3 or $4 grand, right? It was a piece of crap car. Look, I'm not trying to talk crazy to Ford. If you're watching this, I will do business with you, right? But with that being said, back then it wasn't even like the Ford Festiva. I had friends who had Ford Festivas. It was crazy. We had to help push them. It was a nightmare. So let me say this. A lot of people say, when I ask people this question, when I'm talking to a new client, I woke up in a new Bugatti. I love it. I woke up in a Maserati, and then I got a new Bugatti. So what happened is this, every time I meet with a new client, one of my high ticket clients, a lot of times I ask them, are you a Maserati or are you a Ford or are you a Kia? Nothing wrong with any cars, right? They're all good cars. But the reason I ask that question is, a lot of times most people will say I'm a Maserati, right? But when I look at the inside of their business, their products, their services, and their pricing, they're acting as if they're a Kia. Now, what does that mean? That is, you're not charging enough money for your products and services. You're not positioning yourself as an authority in your space. If you are a consultant, if you're a coach, if you're a dog trainer, if you are, a graphic designer, a freelancer, a photographer, you're charging $100 to do a headshot when you have other people who are charging $1,000. Who wants to be a Ford? No insult. No, you're right. You're right. So the thing is this. We say who we want to be, but our actions aren't aligning with that, if that makes sense. So too often, this happens in life in general. So we say things, we all say, I want to be a millionaire. I want to take trips. I want to go all over the world. I want to be number one in my group and everything else. But when you look at the actions of people who are saying that, they don't necessarily align. And so what I'm trying to do today is I want to challenge you real quick. Before I talk about what I'm doing on Sunday, I want to challenge you real quick. If you want something, if you know exactly what you want in your life, if you say, I want to make $100 grand this year, I want to make $500,000 this year, I want to make $1 million, whatever it is, are your actions aligning with what you want to do? Are your actions aligning with what you want, right? Do me a favor, guys. Thank you so much, Lo, for reminding me. Please invite followers into the scope. Let's get some people in here. Periscope has been kind of down a bit. It's been weird. I've been talking to... I was talking to some people and they were saying they were having similar issues where the numbers are kind of skewed. So thanks for inviting people in here. Get some people in here. Do me a favor. So guys, real quick, just continue to continue my point. If you think about it, right, we all say we know what we want. We all say we want to get to a certain level, but our actions aren't aligning with that. The things we're doing aren't aligning with that. I have the same amount of time per day that Oprah has. I have the same amount of time per day that Rob Johnson has, that Jordan has, that Warren Buffett, that Bill Gates, that Jay-Z, Beyonce, anybody you can think about. Tony Robbins, I have the same amount of time in one day. The difference is, what am I doing with my time? Am I deliberate? Am I intentional in what I'm doing? Am I seeking people to do things with? Am I seeking people at higher levels who can help show me things? Am I buying programs? Am I buying and reading books? Am I challenging myself? Am I pouring into myself? Right? And so the thing I want to challenge you about is, if you are in a situation where you're not exactly sure what you want to, where you're going, you have an idea where you want to be, and in your business, you're not charging the right amount of money for your products and services, you're going to be struggling. So that's why I asked, are you a Maserati or are you a Kia? The Maserati knows what the Maserati is. So let me give you an example. I gave this on another scope before, but let me share this again with a lot of people who are new. If I go to a Maserati dealership, and I've gone to a Maserati dealership before, all the cars in the lot are the price of what they are. They don't offer discounts. When's the last time you saw a Maserati commercial? right? When's the last time you saw a Maserati? Guys, I'm asking you this question. Please, if you prove me wrong. When is the last time you saw a Maserati commercial? I've seen one Maserati commercial in my 41 years of life on this earth. Was at the Super Bowl. Exactly, Lo. One. Last year at the Super Bowl, they had a Maserati commercial, and I was flabbergasted. Other than that, you never, ever see that. They don't need to advertise. They got people lining up to try and buy them. If I walk on a Maserati lot, and I say, can I get this for a discount? Or can I get this 25% off? How about I give you a trade-in? Here's my beat-up car. Here's a trade-in. They would ask me to leave. They wouldn't even give me coffee. Eviction. Thanks for joining Eviction. Exactly. That's what would happen. Eviction showing up is timely because that's what would happen to me. If I showed up at a Maserati dealership and asked for a discount, they would evict me from the lot. Right? They'd throw me off into the streets. There are people right now in every single industry that we have here that you guys represent, even me. Right? Where they're charging an exponential number than what you're charging for what you do. And they're literally charging 5, 10, 100 times what you charge. There are people who are coaches who are charging 30, 40, 50 grand a month to work with somebody. Someone I recently spoke with, this person does executive coaching. She charges $300,000 to work with with executives. These are executives who are making 5, 10, 15 million dollars a year. High level, right? They're paying 300 grand. But you see my point? So the point I'm trying to make is this. Are you a Maserati or are you a Ford Festiva? If I went to the lot, you know what would happen if I went to a Ford lot, if I went to a Hyundai or Kia lot? Nothing wrong with any of those cars. They're great. I will do business with them, right? I will partner with them and do work with them, right? If they're watching. However, if you go on that lot, the first thing they do is, you want a deal? How about this? Let's do this. Let's bargain. Let's cut the price. Let's do this. Sunday. Like all that noise, all that stuff's happening so they can push cars on you, right? And you don't have people who are waiting. So they try to lower price so they can buy. Yeah, Grant Cardone charges a bunch. There he goes, another one. So that's the thing. So exactly, it's a lot of noise. And so the thing is this. My goal when I work with a lot of people is to show them how to set their prices and raise them. And if you're in a situation where when you talk to a customer, right, if you are the Maserati, you're literally interviewing them. Opposed to if you're the Ford where you're begging to sell them a car for $5,000 or $10,000, $15,000. If you are a Maserati, it's a $100,000 note. A lot of people coming in cash doing wire transfers, right? That's what's happening. So yes, he does. He's amazing, great. Yeah, exactly. Guy, I don't know if you guys know. Lo and I, we went to Grant Cardone's offices last week or a week and a half ago. We met him at the bank, and then we met him in the parking lot. Talked to him for a minute. If you see my Facebook or Twitter, I ended up tweeting out a picture of us together in front of his car, the 10X Rule Land Rover. Amazing. Man, talked to him. Talked to Sherry, his COO. Talked with Jared Gland up in the office. Also met with Robert Sislow. Video Genius. I was in the office talking to all those guys. Saw Jordan Stupar. Saw all those guys who were there. Artistic Images. Good to see you. Send me a quick email with your questions. Artistic Image. Good to see you. Feng Shui Arena. Yeah, they were so awesome. We talked for a minute. I took a couple of videos, took some pictures. I may post them up on Twitter as well. Quick video as well. So you know what I mean. So amazing guy. Met Grant a few times when he came to DC. Talked to him for a minute. I'm gonna try and see if I can spend more time talking to him and doing some stuff. Hopefully some stuff with him. Yes. So with that being said, I want to let you guys know something. I'm literally hosting a live webcast. Okay. I'm hosting Matt Crane's in the house. Thank you, Matt Crane, for being in here. Matt Crane, you are phenomenal, my friend. I saw a lot of your stuff today. You were working with the coach, the super coach, talking to a bunch of people out on the East Coast. That is awesome. Yes, Iris is phenomenal. He's a great dude, man. He's a very nice guy, very humble. How you listen to it? Same thing. My name is ebongeka, EBONGEKA. Whatever this is here is the same. All platforms. Yes, thank you so much, man. You are awesome, man. I saw your stuff. You're great. You're phenomenal. Brandon, good to see you. Oh, actually, it's DJ. Good to see you, DJ. Are you the DJ or I'm a DJ? I'm playing the big payback again. So guys, let me go into real quick about what I'm doing. I'm hosting. So there's a bunch of people who are on this scope who are going to be part of that. You are phenomenal, man. I always watch your stuff, man. I love watching your stuff, man. You're phenomenal. Christian Kata is in the house. He's a king of fundamentals. He's a king of funnels. Helps you with your sales funnel. Just check out his stuff. Check out his scopes. Elena's phenomenal too. Iris, I met Elena a few times too. She's phenomenal. Very interesting. They're just great people. They're grinding. They're trying to build and stack. So We talked to them. Who does email funnels? Christian Kata. There he is. He's right below Donnie DeSanti. Check him out. It's Christian Kata. There it is. Hands up. So yeah. So your Grant's phenomenal, man. I met him a bunch of times. I even had this one. Even had this bad boy signed. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. Signed by the GC. Bunch of stuff signed by him. He has my. This is the thing. This is the thing. I'm gonna tell you this quick story. They're so humble. I'm gonna tell you a quick story, and then I'm gonna get to my point. I go into the office. First I see Grant. We're walking to the office. We see Grant outside. We see him in the lobby in the bank. We're talking to him for like 15 minutes. But I took a couple pictures, talk for a minute. Then I go up to the office and go talk to the rest of the guys. I walk in. The minute I walk in, the receptionist says, "You're the guy with this book." They have my book. She's talked about my book on the show a few times. And she's like, "You're the guy on the cover of the book." I'm like, "Yes, that's me." And the point is, it's imperative to get attention. And so getting attention for who you are and what you do and sharing your ideas is imperative to be able to resonate in the minds of other people. I'm trying to get them on a podcast for the last 2 months. That is all. Keep trying, man. Okay, Christian, it is worth it. If you get him on your podcast, even though you've had like great guys like Nathan Chan and all these other guys, it's amazing having him on it because just the knowledge, but also the way he talks, he's very entertaining. He has an amazing office studio. The studio in the office is phenomenal. The ones you guys watch your TV shows on, it's a phenomenal studio. They blew out the back, added 2 offices together. It's really well done. Robert Sislow is really doing a great job as a video genius. I'm gonna do some work with him as well. So let me get to my point. My ability to do what I'm doing right now is predicated on my ability to set my prices at a level where I have extra money to invest. So if I want to go to a conference and that conference costs $1,000, if I'm only charging $50 an hour or $100 an hour to work with people, I'm not going to have enough money to be able to do other things, like invest in myself, like invest in video production, like invest in acquiring the lights that I'm using right now. I can't do those kinds of things. So think about it this way. So it's imperative that you guys, if you want to take your business to another level, you have to be the Maserati. If you're on the dealership, if you're on the lot, how you position yourself starts with your prices. A Maserati is never on sale. It's not going to be $50,000. It's not going to be $30,000. You think something is wrong with it. I used that example before. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And so it's really important to realize if you are in business, how you set your price dictates who you are. I told you a story for you guys in the past. A story. Here's a simple story I'll share with you. I do a lot of television. So I was on Fox News about a year and a half ago. I do Fox News, MSNBC, CNN. I've done a whole host of network on a regular basis. I'm also a blogger for the Huffington Post. So I went to Fox News to talk about the economy, and I said when the economy is bad, it's imperative you raise your price. And then I went on the show, and the person I was talking to was Lynn Simonetti, and she argued with me. She's like, "That's crazy. It's ridiculous." She said, "What about gas stations? They lower their price. And what about going to Walmart?" I go, "That's the difference. You guys who are listening right now, watching me, you're not Walmart. You're not gas stations. Those are called commodities. I don't know the difference. I don't know the difference between this pen and the next pen, right? I just buy the pen because it's cheaper. If you're doing consulting, like Feng Shui Rena right here, it is exactly, yes, it's counterintuitive, but it makes sense. You know why it's counterintuitive, Feng Shui Rena? Because we are taught as consumers to go for the lower price. You must buy it. Seriously amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Iris. Yeah, it's an amazing book. I know the guy who wrote it. Yes, commodity, as Christian said, is very simple. It's being indistinguishable between two providers. So there's Joe and there's Larry, and you don't know the difference between Joe and Larry. So then you go to price. If you knew the difference between Texaco or Exxon, if you really knew the difference, you'd pick one or the other all the time. But because you don't know the difference, you go buy the cheaper you go buy the cheaper thing. You'll go buy cheaper bread because it's the bread. I'll go to Shoppers sometimes to get certain things because it's cheaper than me going for cereal than is me going to Safeway or Giant Eagle or whatever else I can go to. Does that make sense? So if you position yourself as a Whole Foods, you can use anything. Even though Whole Foods, it can be considered a commodity because it's food, but it's a Whole Foods. What is Whole Foods known as? Whole paycheck. Why is it known as whole paycheck? Because its prices are elevated. You also, as a result of the elevated prices, you have better quality in addition to being looked at as organic, as natural, as better food, better quality, better everything because of that particular point. So, for some of you guys who are on here, I got Feng Shui Rena who's in. I got Artistic Images who's in. I got a bunch of you guys who are on this scope right now who are in. I'm doing a live webcast, right, on Sunday. You can't charge enough to pay the bill. Exactly. If you cannot charge enough to pay your bills, you won't even do anything. You're basically treading water. You're bobbing like a cork and you're treading water. So thank you so much, Lord, for sharing that. I'm literally, you're in. David Odoi, thank you so much for doing that. Go to this, go sign up. Feng Shui's already in. You're in. A lot of people are already in. I have this limited price. The price goes up to $300. $300 on Sunday. Think big, start small, scale fast. Exactly. It's literally a no-brainer. Here's what you're going to get. Let me tell you exactly what you're going to get. What do you do when people say your prices are too high and bitch every month they get a bill? Corey, let me give you some insight. Take a look at this. There it is. I'm going to tell you exactly what I do. Well, that's what I'm going to be talking about on Sunday. I'm doing a live webcast, 3-hour webcast from 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to show you exactly. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and I'll tell you how to answer that. Here it is. We're going to do I'm going to talk about the 3 dangerous mistakes that every small business makes with their pricing, as to why they can't charge enough and why they struggle with their pricing. I'm also going to share with you the 4 proven strategies that I use to help 6-figure businesses set their prices and raise them. And you're going to be able to use that in your business on Sunday afternoon at 2. In addition to that, you're also going to have the 4 basic strategies to handle objections. What's an objection? The question that Corey just asked. An objection is, I can't afford your price. Your price is too high. Let me think about it. I need to go talk to my boss. I need to go talk to my cousin, my sister, my wife, whoever else. All of those things. I'm going to give you the responses to 4 of the most used objections. Let me ask my wife. I'm going to give you I'm going to tell you how to answer that too. How to handle most of those objections. When prospects say things like that, I'm going to show you exactly how to handle that, right? And also, too, I want to remind you, too, as Lo just mentioned, if you can make it at 2 p.m. because it's live, you have access to unlimited replays, okay? So if you purchase now, if you don't purchase by Sunday, what ends up happening is the price goes to $300, and then that's what you have to pay. But if you purchase before that and you miss it, I will send access to everybody who's on the webinar, who's on the webcast. Okay. So in addition to that, I'm going to show you how to handle objections. That's one of the things that I learned a lot of people struggle with. How do I deal with people who say no to me? Part of it is how you qualify. I'm going to explain exactly what that means and how to do that. Is it in my book? No, it's not really. Corey Johnson, not in my book at all. Pricing's in my book, but not what I'm teaching. Not what I'm teaching on Sunday. So it's $49. Let me let you know, it's $49. Z Celeste, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time. It's $49 for this 3-hour webcast. So for 3 hours at $49, if I can show you how to increase your prices by 10, 20%, how would that be worth it? If you made $50 an hour doing whatever you do and you work 2 hours, right? It's $100. If I showed you how to get to $75 and you can make $150, would that be worth it? Then you can actually do that some more. How do you register? Go to this link. It's a bit.ly link. It's right here. It's a nice little pretty link. Artistic Images. He's already in. He's already reserved his spot. bit.ly. Raise your prices. It's capital sensitive. It's case sensitive. Okay. And it's $49 to join this 3-hour webinar. If you get me for 3 hours, I'm going to answer all your questions. Again, I'm going to show you the 3 dangerous mistakes that are costing businesses thousands of dollars every single month. I'm going to show you the 4 proven strategies to raise your prices without losing customers. I'm also going to show you the 4 basic strategies to handle objections from clients. Also, I'm also going to show you how to create a value ladder of products and why you have to have that. Exactly. When you learn these steps, you will feel like you have a crystal ball. You'll find out who's serious versus. Oh, I love that, Christian. I love that, man. You're phenomenal, man. I like that. I love that. Exactly. You find out who's serious versus who's curious. Missing you on my scopes. Oh, Marriage of God. I know I haven't seen Marriage of God in a long time. Good to see you, Marriage of God. But yes. So basically, I love that, serious versus curious, and this is basically it. And the value ladder, basically, I'm going to explain why it's important to create a series of products to scale up. Because a lot of people we're dealing with, they're not charging $10,000-$15,000. That's not what we're talking about. It's to show you how to slowly build value in what you do. So when you go to that high level price, it's easier for them to understand the trajectory, right? That makes sense. Yeah. That's why I say tire kickers versus profit pickers. I love it. Also, too, you're also going to get another thing. I'm also going to give you a worksheet, right? That shows you how to set your price. In addition to that, you're going to have additional Q&A. So we can talk basically for the remaining time. I'll answer your questions. I'm going to be able to show you exactly what we need to do in order to help you set your prices and raise them. Exactly. Serious versus curious. That is gold. I love that. Feng Shui Reno. Feng Shui arena's in. Marriage of God is in. I got a bunch of people who are currently in this scope who are going to be in that live webcast. Look, let me just break it down for you. If you're charging too little money, you think you're a Maserati, but you're actually being like a Ford Festiva or a Kia. Nothing wrong with any of those cars. It's okay to live that kind of money, to make that kind of money. But the problem is, it's going to be very impossible for you to increase and to scale. Imagine if you could charge more. What would happen for your business if you could charge more? What could happen for your business if you charge 10, 20, 30% more? How would your business change? How would what you do change? Four Legs Pets is in. I know Feng Shui Arena is in. I know Artistic Images is in. There's a bunch of people who are in this scope who are in. Literally, guys, for the last couple of days, I've been talking about this ad nauseum because I want people to raise their price. That is, when I work with a business, when somebody reaches out to me and we work one-on-one privately, the first thing I look at is, are they charging enough for their products and services? That's it. And usually I find out that they're usually undercharging up to 50%, if not 70%, than what they could charge based on who they are. Just double my rates and still booking people. You see what I mean, Feng Shui Arena? You see? And you literally are going to start, separating yourself from everyone else who does what you do. At some point in time, people will be setting their prices based on who you are. Exactly. You weed out problem clients. What ends up happening is this. Again, for $49, you get 3 hours of information, 3 hours of a blueprint, 3 hours of a recipe, 3 hours of Q&A and information that you want. There's no time to wait, guys. Dr. Daphne's in as well. $49 is literally dinner and some drinks. And the difference is you only benefit that once. This webinar, you'll have it continually after. It's beyond, yes, it's a steal. It's a steal, it's a deal of the century. So do me a favor, it goes for $300 and you're gonna have an opportunity to learn basically how to avoid the mistakes that people make with their pricing, how to raise your prices in 4 major areas, right? How to handle objections. That's the biggest thing that people always say to me. Corey, you asked me that question, right? You asked me, what do I say when people say I can't afford it? I'm gonna show you on Sunday exactly how to do that. I'm going to show you what to say, why they say it, how to position yourself so that you literally separate yourself from everyone else. The awesome prices of your products and sales. It's an incredible offer, guys. Yes, I'll teach you how to posture like a moat. Exactly. Digest food, digest knowledge that can turn your business. Exactly. Guys, you guys are awesome. Digest food and digest knowledge that can turn your business around. If I can show you how to change your business and your pricing, phenomenal. Depends on where we live. Yes, that's no dinner unless it's no, you can go to Applebee's. You can go to Applebee's for $49. But yeah, you're right though. You're right. Most places you can't have dinner for $49. No drinks at least. You might be able to get a couple appetizers. Guys, for $49, invest in yourself. Again, it's worth it. I'm not trying to sell this on you. You hear what other people are saying. They've already committed to it. They already know what they're going to get. They've been on the site. They've already seen what's going to be there. I'm not trying to sell you. This is literally trying to give you an opportunity to not only increase and grow your business, but show yourself that no drink and dessert. No drink or dessert. Consumption and digestion, the anatomy of success. I love it. So that's basically what we're doing, guys. That's exactly what's going to happen. That's what we're doing. So, guys, we only got a couple more days. Got a 5-figure coach, best decision ever. I love it. That is awesome. There it is right there. That's awesome, Feng Shui Arena. I love that. You're taking yourself to another level. The thing is once people start committing. So I'll tell you a quick story as I wrap this up. Take a look there's the link. Go check it out. Go there. Thank you, loving my hair. I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. Sorry, loving my hair. I got compelled to say that. I know. Baldy. Why I gotta be bald? Is it? Yes, that's it. It's all, but no space. No space, Pearl Glasgow. No space. It's bit.ly, BITLY, raise your prices altogether. You don't I have no hair. I have absolutely zero hair. Now I'm inspired to play Willow. Sorry, don't judge me. I whip my hair back and forth. So look, this is it right here, guys. Take a look. There's no spaces. Raise your prices. Capital letters. R, Y, and P are capital, right? And if you want to take your business to another level, it's imperative that you actually commit to what you're trying to commit to your business, commit to your what you're trying to do. I remember reading an article by Russ Ruffino, if some of you guys are familiar with him. Something he said was very poignant. Someone asked a question about what are the difference between 7-figure and 8-figure earners versus everyone else. He said 7-figure and 8-figure earners, they invest in themselves. They invest in information. They invest in systems and knowledge. They don't spend their time trying to nickel and dime and figure it out themselves. If $49 is a struggle for you, I understand that. But again, if I show you how to raise your prices and you can make an extra $100, $200 per week or per month, was the $49 worth it? Can you guys give me a yes or a no? If you spend $49 with me and I can show you how to raise your prices, you may end up making an extra $100, $200, $300, maybe $500. Is it worth it to you? Because again, after you spend that money, you can replicate everything I shared with you. Exactly. Thank you so much, Daphne. Thanks so much, Lo. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yes, Iris. Exactly. I got no hair though. I know. This is a piece of purpose. But anyways, guys, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Loving my hair. I got inspired by you loving my hair. Start me up. Start Crystal. Start me up. Yes, it's start me up. I missed my calling. You're right. The No Business Plan, Business Plan. That's the name of the book, right? I talk about pricing in the book, but I don't talk about pricing. I got you, Lo. I'm about to bounce. I don't talk about pricing as deep as I'll talk about in this webcast in the book. The book has maybe a couple pages, half of a chapter about pricing, right? If you have the book, that's great. I love it, Star Crystal. But if you want to learn, if you want me to teach you how to set your prices and raise them, you want to come to this, right? You want to come to this on Sunday at 2 p.m. If you can't make it on Sunday at 2 p.m., I want to tell you something very, very simply. You have access to unlimited replays. So after the live webcast, my team is going to pull it down and they're going to chop it up and we're going to put it behind a wall. So the people who have purchased for $49 before Sunday and who maybe they attended, maybe they missed it, whoever that is, they will have access to the replay after in the form of videos, and they can watch it as many times as they want, once a week if they like. They can memorize it. They can do whatever they want, right? So again, $49 is what gets you in. All the courses that I'm going to be releasing, all the webcasts I'm going to be releasing for the next several months are going to be within that range, anywhere from $49 to $100, right? Depending on what I'm teaching. I'm going to be teaching list building. I'm going to be teaching you how to grab media attention. I'm going to be, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be teaching you how to get your first customer and client, like how to get a client, how to get a customer. I'm going to show you the techniques that I use in order to get customers and clients really quick. I'm going to show you how to evaluate ideas. I'm going to show you advanced techniques for Facebook ads, Twitter ads, which work well for me. We will talk about Instagram. We'll talk about Snapchat and also LinkedIn techniques. There's a bunch of things I'm going to be talking about to show you exactly how to grow and scale your business. All the things I'm talking about are to help you grow and scale your business, period, end of story. You'll cover this on Sunday. Sunday, I won't be talking about all that stuff. The only thing I'm going to be talking about on Sunday is basically how to raise your price. Because I don't have 3 hours is never enough. Each of the subjects I just mentioned are 3 hours of themselves. So I can't include all of that within a 3 hour period. I'll be talking like for 10 hours. And yeah, I know that'd be too much. There's no way. This is what would happen, Feng Shui, Rena. Everybody would get, I'll just call you Rena. Everybody would feel, it'd be an overload. It'd be too much information and nothing would happen. And I'd lose my voice and then it'd just be a disaster. So Sunday is I'm just telling you exactly the precursor of how this is going to be. So if you want to get in and learn how to raise your prices, how to set them and raise them, I'm going to teach you the 4 proven steps and the strategies that I use. I'm also going to show you the 4 mistakes everybody makes with their business and what they cost, how they set their pricing. And it's costing you thousands of dollars. There are people I've met, who I've worked with, who are charging $100, $200 a month. And if you find out somebody else they know with less experience and less expertise is charging 3, 4, 5 times that amount. And when they find that out, they're like, oh, holy shit. I'm like, exactly. You need to. So part of it is the mindset. Part of it is the technique that we're going to use. I'm going to show you exactly how to set your prices and raise them. We're also going to talk about the 4 basic strategies to handle client objections. I'm going to show you exactly how to handle client objections. Right? You know what? You're not the only one. Me too. We all did. I went through that. That's why I know this, because I went through the exact same thing. I found a solution, and I'm going to share that with you. People charging what I knew. Exactly. Yeah, started watching Blow. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love it. And then also I'm going to show you the value ladder, how to create value from creating smaller products, whether it's free, mid-tier, and everything else. Exactly. It's not your fault. You didn't know. You didn't know. Nobody knew this. Nobody knew this is how it existed. There's psychology behind it, but it's also what you're doing. And lastly, we're going to have a bunch of Q&A. You're going to have a worksheet. Go to the site. Exactly, Christian. It's a learn skill. I worked really hard to learn this and spent a lot of time reading books, testing, experimenting, spending money, everything else, making mistakes. And now I've learned it so that you can avoid the mistakes that I made and save yourself thousands of dollars. Again, for $49. You kidding me? $49. And you can use this for as long as you live after that. Here's it one more time. Oh, thank you so much, Pearl Glasgow. Jump into it now. Reserve your seat. Again, after Sunday, it's $2.99. And I might even raise it after that because the amount of value I'm going to be giving is out of control. So after Sunday, it's $2.99. Within a couple of weeks, it'll probably go even higher. That's why a coach can shorten your... Exactly. I went through the same thing. I've got coaches too. I got coaches. Some of the people whose books I've read, they've been coaches for me. So some of the people who are books I read, I know them. Peter Shankman, know him. Oh no, I didn't say this. Sorry. Greg Reed, know him. Greg Cardone's been amazing for me as well. There's a bunch of people. Keith Ferrazzi, phenomenal guy. A bunch of people here I met. Michael Port. About speaking. So my speaking is increased because I spent time with Michael Port. Right? Even got a copy of his book. And he even did me a favor. It was nice. And even signed it for me. See? There it is. So just to let you guys know, I spend time with a lot of these kinds of people on purpose so that I can learn about things and then increase who I am and what I'm doing. And so for you, it's the same thing. The goal is simple. Yeah, Peter's phenomenal. I did a mastermind with him, and I learned so much. I learned a lot of stuff from him. Heard him speak. Great guy. Talked to him. So my point is this: when you send out confirmations, if you signed up, you should have got an autoresponder email that allows you to log in. So what I'm going to do is by tomorrow, I'm going to send everybody who's on the list, who's paid. I'm going to send them the link that they can register. You have to register for the web. Once you pay, you have access to register for the webinar. And so you should have gotten an auto email already. If not, make sure you use the email if you can. You don't think you got mine? Okay, you got yours. Okay, I'll check that tonight. But I'm going to send the link to the emails that are attached to your PayPal. Okay, so if the email is attached to your PayPal, I'm going to send the link to all those emails. And once I do that, it'll be great. And then guys let me know. You have my email address. There it is right here. Screenshot it if you can. And I got to get out of here. But let me know if you have any questions before we take off the webcast, and I'll be able to answer them. That's the bit.ly link. That's the email address. What I'm going to do tonight or tomorrow at the latest is forward you guys all the link so you can register. So you have to make sure you register for the webcast, even if you paid. So when you pay, you're supposed to get a link. If you haven't got a link, I'll resend it. And you have to register your seat for the webcast to be on the webcast. Okay? It's a very unique URL, so it's not. You can't share it. If you share it, it won't work. We'll check. I thought I was. I saw you paid. You did. I saw your payment come through, Daphne. So some people were able to. I see the link on the back end of the webcast. So some people have registered already. What I'm gonna do is I will send you guys the link again. I promise that. So obviously, if you're not on, if I don't send you the link, you can't get on there. It's crazy. So I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna do it again tonight or tomorrow at the latest. All right, guys. That's the email address. Follow that. There's the link as well, guys. The goal, again, is to help you set your prices and raise them. If you raise your prices, you make more money. End of story. It's just math, simple math. The goal is showing you how to do it so you feel comfortable about doing it. Type the email again, Pearls Glasgow. That's the email right here. Info at my first name, ebongeka.com. It's info at ebongeka.com. That's my email address. That's a bit.ly link. You shoot me a question if you have it about what you're doing. There it is. And then I'll also, in addition to that, I'll also make sure that I send out the link to everybody tonight. So that's why I'm waiting until I get everybody who's actually purchased, so I can have the whole complete room. That's why I'm trying to sell out the rest of the seats, and we're almost sold out. So hurry up and get in there. Reserve your seat, and I'd love for you to get in here so you can set your prices and raise them and maximize your profits. All right, guys, have a great Friday. Let's celebrate when we've made money. Let's celebrate when we're doing what we're supposed to be doing and not before. Be great, everybody.